Have you ever noticed something strange about yourself? People compliment you, friends laugh with you, your family says they care about you, but somewhere deep inside, a quiet voice whispers, if they really knew me, they would not love me. And the scary part is, millions of adults walk around with this silent belief: I am not lovable, not because someone told them yesterday, but because something happened years ago. Something small, something subtle, something that quietly shaped how they see themselves. And today, without realizing it, they sabotage relationships, push people away, or settle for less love than they deserve. But here is the truth: this belief was never yours to carry. And in the next few minutes, I am going to show you where it comes from and why it still controls you and how to finally break free. But first, let me tell you a story. When Arjun was a child, he loved showing his drawings to his father. One day he ran excitedly and said, Dad, look what I have made. His father barely glanced and said, okay, go study. That moment lasted maybe 3 seconds. But inside Arjun's mind, something powerful happened. A thought formed quietly: maybe what I do isn't good enough. And years later, Arjun became successful. Good job, nice friends, respectable life. But when someone showed him love, when someone cared deeply, he felt uncomfortable, almost suspicious, because deep inside he believed, if they really know me, they will stop loving me. Now, pause for a second. Does this sound familiar? Not the exact situation, but the feeling. Let me ask you something honestly. Have you ever done this? Someone says, Hey bro, you are a really good person. And your brain immediately replies, this person clearly needs glasses. Or maybe therapy. Or both. Funny, right? But this is exactly what happens when the mind carries this belief: I am not lovable. Compliments feel fake. Kindness feels suspicious. And love feels temporary. But why? Let's go deeper. Where does this belief actually begin? This belief rarely begins in adulthood. It's usually starts in your childhood, not because your parents were evil. Most parents were simply busy, stressed, or emotionally unaware. Maybe your achievements were ignored. You were compared with others. You were scolded too harshly, or love was given only when you performed well. Slowly, the child inside you concluded love must be earned, or worse, maybe I am naughty, maybe I am not worthy of love. And once the brain learns this pattern, it keeps repeating it. Even when life changes, even when people genuinely care. But here is where it gets interesting. Because this belief doesn't just stay in your mind, it shapes your relationships. And this is where most adults unknowingly sabotage their own happiness. When someone secretly believes they are not lovable, three things usually happens. They become people pleasers. They try to earn love, always saying yes, always adjusting, and always sacrificing. Because somewhere inside they think, if I stop being useful, people will leave. They push people away. This one is very surprising. Sometimes they act distant, cold, or emotionally unavailable. Why? Because the mind says, if I reject them first, it won't hurt when they reject me. They settle for less love. This is the most painful one. They accept relationships where they are not respected, they are not valued, they are not emotionally safe. Because deep inside they believe this is the best I deserve. And if this resonates with you, don't worry. There is nothing wrong with you. Your brain simply learned a survival pattern. But the beautiful part is, what the mind learned, it can also unlearn. And that begins with one powerful realization. The truth most people never realize. Here is something shocking. Children don't question love. They assume they deserve it. But when love becomes inconsistent, the child doesn't blame the parent. The child blames themselves. Because that is easier for the brain to understand. So the belief forms, something must be wrong with me. But the truth is, the child wasn't unlovable. The environment was simply imperfect. And once you see this clearly, something powerful happens. The belief begins to crack. But there is one more step. And this step changes everything. Instead of asking why I am not lovable, ask a different question. Who made me believe that I was not lovable? This question changes everything because suddenly you realize the belief was not truth, it was conditioning. And once you see that, you can begin healing the inner child who still carries that wound. Here is a simple practice. Tonight, close your eyes and imagine your younger self, maybe 6 years old, 7 years, 8 or 10. Look at that child carefully. Observe all his emotions or her emotions. Would you tell that child you are not lovable? Of course not. You would probably say you are enough. You deserve love. You didn't deserve the pain. And here is the beautiful truth. The child still lives inside you, waiting for someone to finally say those words. A quick question for you. Imagine if tomorrow morning you woke up fully believing you are lovable. How would your life change? Would you choose better relationships? Would you stop chasing approval? Would you finally feel peaceful inside? Just imagine that for a moment, because that version of you already exists. It's just buried under years of conditioning, and step by step you can uncover it. But there is one more painful belief that often follows this one, and it sounds like this: everyone eventually leaves me. If this thought feels familiar, it might explain why you feel lonely even when people care about you. And understanding this pattern can completely transform how you experience relationships. Which is why, in the next video on this channel, I break this down deeply. If today's message resonated with you, I highly recommend watching the next video appearing on your screen right now. My name is Sai Kirtan. Welcome to my channel. Please share this video whoever needs to hear this today. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye. Namaste.